So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to fix a mouse wheel using WD-40. Now this fix does cover various problems. So if your scroll wheel is jumping, let's say you're on like a web page or scrolling up and down, it's glitching out, it's bugging out, it's just jumping to the top too quickly, you can fix that. Squeaking as well, if your mouse wheel squeaks, you can fix that. If it just doesn't respond whatsoever, there's also a chance this WD-40 fix will work for you. And also, if your mouse wheel is very slow and sluggish, you should also be able to try this method to try and fix it. There's a few rumors online of people saying that WD-40 doesn't work very well, and they say alcohol works better. I did try to fix my mouse wheel with isopropyl alcohol already, and it just didn't work. So we're going to try the WD-40 method in today's video. I've also heard from one of my friends this worked for him, so yeah, let's go and give it a try. So the mouse I will be trying to fix in today's video is my Mad Catz Rat 4. I know it says rat free on the mouse. It's because this is a custom mouse I built out of spare parts. Yeah, this was kind of like my scrap mouse which I put together, but I ended up really liking it and I just really like the feel of it. But yeah, the scroll wheel is just so jumpy, so we're going to try and fix this with WD-40, and we're just going to see if it actually fixes it. I'm pretty sure it will. As I said, I tried the alcohol method, it didn't work, so we're just going to take apart this mouse pretty much. You will need some very small Phillips head screwdrivers, and also on this type of mouse you need one of those Allen key tools, a very small one. If you've got like a big screwdriver set, it should just come with one in there. So yeah, you want to take off these pieces. I know you're probably watching this video and your mouse is totally different to mine. You may have like a Razer mouse or something else, one of those basic Dell PC mice. Obviously this guide pretty much works on everything, so yeah, we're just going to go and take this off. Make sure you're very careful with the pieces because these screws are very small. I did actually notice there was a screw missing from my Mad Catz mouse, so I've got no idea what happened to that. Oh well, there's supposed to be about 3 screws on the base here. There's also a hidden one up there, so yeah, don't miss that. You just want to go and unscrew it. Also, I should probably just say, like, these screws were all different sizes, which is a bit of a nightmare when it comes to organizing them. I did sort of put them in a layout, so that's something I'd recommend doing. Maybe put them in small containers and just like label the steps, so this would be step 1, right? So yeah, just be careful with that. Or you could always film it so you know what goes where. That's always something I find handy. Anyway, so continuing on the teardown, this mouse actually has like a little, I don't know what you'd call that, palm rest thing at the back, so I'm just going to go and take that off. And then there is a silver screw right in the middle, and that is a very long screw. That's pretty much what's holding the entire mouse together, so that's something I'm just going to go and remove now. I have to admit, this screw was actually really like stuck in there. It was really tough. I don't know if it's just like that. Anyway, taking that one out as well. And once we've got all those screws removed, I'm pretty sure the buttons should just be able to pull off. Maybe you've just got to be a bit careful because of the clips. Don't snap anything. That would not be good, but we should just be able to go and pull this off now. And there you go. That's the inside of the mouse. So from this point, we should be able to access the scroll wheel, and we can pretty much just spray WD-40 on it. But one thing you want to be careful, guys, you don't want to spray WD-40 all over the motherboard because the chances are that might cause some damage. So I did try to take out the scroll wheel at this point, and it just wasn't budging. It's clearly held in there with like a few clips or something, so I realized, okay, I've probably got to take out the motherboard as well. So the first step was to remove this thing, whatever it is. I don't know, just some like cosmetic looking feature, just makes the mouse look cool, I guess. If you've got a Mad Catz mouse, these things are kind of difficult to pull out, but once that screw is gone, you will be able to pull it out, just might be a bit difficult. Now the next step is to unplug the forward and back buttons, just like the little finger rest thing there. We're going to go and take that off. And now I think we're probably going to have to unscrew this little top motherboard piece, this tiny little motherboard. It is held in by about 3 screws there. I'll tell you what, we'll do that in a second. We're actually going to remove these screws holding in the main mouse board first. There is a few of these and they are very small, so you may need a smaller Phillips head screwdriver to actually be able to remove those. So there you go, just unscrewing this one. Then there's another screw just over here. We're going to go and take that out as well. As I was saying at the start of the video, these screws are also in a different order, so make like a little diagram on your desk of just, you know, where they should go. There is a screw right here as well, right by the scroll wheel actually, which we will be fixing in a second. And there was also a screw right at the front here next to one of the mouse buttons, the left mouse click, so we're going to go and take that out as well. That one got stuck a bit. So now it's time to tackle that small motherboard. I did actually have to move the cable out of the way just a little bit there. Once I've taken this board off, I'm going to try not to unplug any cables because I did see there's a ribbon cable in here, and if you guys have ever fixed small electronics before, ribbon cables are not nice to put back in. Anyway, screw number 2, all of these ones are different sizes as well, which is not nice, but let's just go and take that out. And so then screw number 3 on the small motherboard, which is a totally different screw. This is like the only screw like this in the entire mouse. Maybe they ran out of screws screws when they were building this thing. I don't know. Anyway, so we should now be able to take this tiny little motherboard off. What would it be? I think it's like the DPI board, right? So you can like change your mouse's sensitivity. So yeah, I did actually bend the pins a little bit when I was taking this off, but when I put it back together, it was fine. So yeah, I sort of, well, not really the pins actually. I bent like the whole bracket and the pin slot in, which is probably not a good thing, but I was able to bend it back. So I guess it's all right. So now guys, once we've taken all of those screws out, the motherboard should be loose, which means we can just pull it up just like that. And as I said, guys, I'm not going to pull any more cables out. I'm not going to take the ribbon cable out because that's just going to make things harder. Once we can take the mouse wheel out, I've actually got a replacement one here, a cleaner one, which I will be swapping them over. We can now access the mouse wheel and spray in some WD-40. Now, when spraying WD-40, you want to be very careful that you don't spray it all over the motherboard and get it on other components, because I have heard WD-40 doesn't mix very well with plastic. So we're going to be very careful here, and we're just going to position some tissue paper just around the scroll wheel thing. And once you got it like this, make sure to shake up your WD-40, and I would recommend using the straw as well, because we need to be very precise when spraying it. So this is going to be difficult for me to film, but I'm just going to stick the straw in the middle there and just give it a good spray. Make sure you collect most of the WD-40 in the tissue. To be honest, guys, I did overdo it here, I'm going to be honest, but you will see it did actually fix my mouse wheel in a second. Like, it just stopped it from jumping, which is exactly what I wanted. Luckily, the tissue was able to collect most of the WD-40, but yeah, maybe don't use as much as I did. Anyway, so jump cut to the mouse being assembled, because I really didn't want to film that. That's just way too long. As you can see, it works. It fixed it. I don't know how long this is going to hold for. I was looking on Reddit and some people said 6 months. Some other guy said he did this 2 years ago and his mouse is still working, which is very, very good to hear. I hope at least this mouse can last me another year, because, you know, it's my custom one. I do like it. But there you go. That's how you fix a mouse wheel with WD-40 and fix various faults. Mine actually had the worst 2 faults where it was jumping and then just not working at all. So the fact WD-40 could fix it this easily, yeah, I'm very happy with the results.